Hello, I'm Dr. Bedelia Martin of the Orwellian Paraphysical Insitute, and I'm here to talk to you about something very serious that is plaguing our nation and even our world, and that is the alien abduction. Well, if you do encounter an alien, there's actually, sadly, very little at this time that we can do. It seems that their technology is just way far more advanced than ours. A bullet won't stop an alien spacecraft. We just tell the abductees that they just kind of have to roll with it.
I was over at a friend's house. He lives on a farm just outside of town. And the last thing I remember is I was running through the field and I saw this really bright white light overhead. And I felt like it was pulling it up towards me, like it was a tractor beam. Next thing after that, I'm on like an operating table. And that's when I got the anal probe.
The alien abductions that happen have a certain criteria that they follow. First, they usually take them from a secluded place. Maybe it's on a fishing trip or on a long drive that someone's been on for maybe, say, 11 to 12 hours. Or even in the middle of the night they'll come in. Usually there'll be a flashing light at that point that they say, giant orbs of golden light even at that point. And once the light surrounds them, they feel weightless at that moment. They feel as if they're being lifted up from wherever they are. At that moment, time seems to stop for them.
I don't remember much of it, but what I do remember, I don't want to remember. I was like running. I was in, where was I? I can't even remember that. Oh, yes, I was in Cleveland. It was the night of October 31st, 3:16 a.m. I always remember it was 3:16 a.m. I'm going past this. There's a castle there. I don't know why there's a castle. And it just got closer to me. And then all of a sudden I was rising into the sky, and I don't even like heights. And there were these they're aliens, they're like, the little gray people, and the tall ones kind of, blonde. It's sort of like, if you had two of Rutger Hauer on top of each other, and they're kind of taking me into the operating room, and yeah, they look at my brain a bit, but then there's this probe, and it's, it really hurt. It was like...
The only thing that keeps the abductees from having subsequent abductions seems to be tinfoil.
You know how much tinfoil I've got inside this thing? It may still not help, but it's like, I gotta do something. Like, can the doctors tell us how we stay away from the aliens? There's got to be something we can do about this.
Unfortunately, the aliens have also figured out that triangle tinfoil hats are easy to get through. They blow off in the wind. So we've actually had to come up with a different hat now. This hat, I call it the swan hat, like so. Looks like this. Almost looks little Egyptian pharaoh. If you remember, in the ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, their hat, it often fashions this as well. They were also visited by aliens. As you know, pyramids are very important in ancient Egypt. And as you look at this hat, it reminds you of the pharaoh. Why do you think that they wore such a hat?
This is the longest I've sat in a chair since then. It's just, my life has not really been the same. And it's like I'm always looking for the aliens. I know they're looking for me. That's why I can't let them see who I am.
The medical effects of being abducted by aliens can be very severe. If you feel that you've been injured because of an alien abduction, call 1-800-HURT-ALIEN. Trust me, I'm a doctor.